Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Just a quick intro. I'm going to show you a video on the port of Curacao. It's not a tour of the island, it's just a video of the port surrounding area. If you're lucky enough to go on an ABC cruise, which is my personal favorite itinerary of all the Caribbean ones that they have, you'll typically do an 8-day cruise with 2 sea days. Then you do a long stop in Aruba, a long stop in Bonaire, and I'll have separate videos out on those. And then you do a shorter stop, but still plenty of time in Curacao, typically on the way back. My personal preference would be if they did the longer stop in Curacao and Aruba and the shorter stop in Bonaire, because I feel like there's a little bit more to do in the other 2 islands than Bonaire, but that's just whatever, just my opinion. So I'm going to show you a quick walk around the port if you didn't really want to venture out too far. There's a really nice shopping area within about a 15-minute walk of the port. There's an amazing fun bridge. If you're lucky enough to see it coming in and out, you'll see it's a swivel bridge. You'll see. I got some video of it. And we'll show you around the port if you didn't want to venture out too far. There's some nice restaurants and everything there. We actually took a couple of the crew members out. So Evans and Jaya, 2 of our favorites, we took them out for lunch. Anyways, here's a look around the port of Curacao in the southern Caribbean. All right, so here we are getting off of the ship in the beautiful port of Curacao. There are 2 berths. Normally, the ship will be where that Holland America ship is, but we were a bit further away this time. So don't be surprised if you're at the other berth when you come in. But from here, you will walk up this little walkway, this little jetty here. And where that tent is, there will be an information desk right there. That's the tent. We just walked ahead to it. Little information desk there. There are a few official people over there, but these are not private tour companies. This is all the Carnival area. We'll show you the private tour companies in a while, but this is all Carnival here. On the right, there was some local ladies dancing their you-know-what off. We're doing a wonderful job. They were going for a long time, and there's the Holland America ship in the distance. Horizon on the right. Now, all these buses here, these are the tours from Carnival. So you will come out here. There's a shore excursion people holding up their usual signs. Find your tour and head to the correct bus. But if you are doing a private tour, you're going to walk. We've just walked down that walkway from there. And there's the ships in the background. You'll come up to this area here. This is where you will come for the private tours. And there's also a little shopping area up here. Well, not really a shopping area, some tents with some stands set up where they're selling souvenirs and what have you. And again, this is more likely where you would come in. Talking to some people on the ship, they rarely dock where the Horizon was this day. They normally dock right here where the Holland America ship is. So bear that in mind. So just coming up here, you'll see some private tour people on the left there. And then coming in and around here, you'll see, and there were some restrooms there as well. There's a bar coming up and a few little souvenir shops here. So if you just wanted to pop off the ship and grab this, then go back on, this is where you would probably come. But as you'll see in a second, you walk just a bit further and you'll find a lot more stuff. So this is probably, dare I say, a little bit overpriced because it's so close to the ship. There's a little bar there. There's, oh, Presidente. Yes, please. So in this port, we took a couple of our favorite bartenders, Jaya and Evans. We took them out for dinner or lunch. And then just a quiet day for us. On the left side where those white tents are, actually, follow that path down there. That's where we're going to go in a second on the right. That's where we're going to walk. But just detour off quickly here. This is where you have a lot of the private tour operators. They're selling their tours from those little desks under that those 2 white tents. But we're going to walk back down there. So we're now walking. There's Jaya and Evans up front in the purple. And this is just past. You see where the ship is? So we just basically kept walking. And you see a lot more, I don't want to call them shops, huts. I don't know what you want to call them, pop-ups. But lots and lots of places to buy stuff. There's Julie. Weird little seat in the water there, where there's a bar. But whatever, each to their own. So you're just going to keep walking down here. keep walking, and then eventually we're going to hit into the main town area, which is kind of cool. So I do recommend, if you're not going on a proper tour, not to stay in this little port area, but to follow this walkway where we are going. And you'll see some very cool stuff in a moment. So, but for now, we're just going to keep walking. I'd say it's probably a 15 to 20 minute walk to get to where the bridge is. It's called a floating bridge. But as you can see, all the way along here, they're selling stuff for you. Straight ahead, you see that brown roof. That's a bar restaurant called It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Or It's Always 5 o'clock in Curacao. I forget exactly what it was called. I don't think it's a Jimmy Buffett place. It's just a regular restaurant. They even had a place with tuk-tuks along here. So we've just gone past that restaurant there. We're going to keep walking down here to the nice coloured buildings. We're almost there. So you keep walking down here, we're going to come to a fort. You go inside the fort, there's some cool little restaurants and bars and shops in there. But you still want to go out of the fort, as you'll see in a second. So it's a nice, very nice little port area here. A lot nicer than the Bonaire one, and I'd say nicer than Aruba as well. I think of the 3 islands on this particular cruise, personally, this is the prettiest in the port area, but we didn't go outside the port here, so it's hard to say what the rest of the island is like, because I've only been here twice and I don't remember the first time. So don't judge me on that. I can just show you what's in the port. We'll be back here again at the end of 2025. So if you're watching this after that, I'd probably put another video up. Here's the fort. You kept walking and you can't miss it. You're going to go in here through these main doors. And you can tell it was Christmas when we were there. Well, it was mid-December. And then you'll come out here into this little more restaurant and shopping area. But it's still not where we want to be. But very nice there. So you're going to keep walking through here. As you can see, plenty of places if you want to stop and grab a bite or grab a drink. But we're basically going to walk out the other end, the other side of the fort area. I mean, it's a fort on the outside. Obviously, it's nothing like that on the inside. Now, you can go up to the upper levels and look down if you so wished. There's a few stairs every now and then. But also, as you can see, plenty of shops. But we were on a mission to get these 2 wonderful human beings some lunch. So this is the other end of the fort. So once we're at the fort, you're going to see the river. See that statue there? That's one thing to look for. And eventually, well, just right now, you can just about see the floating bridge. It's floating because when ships come in, it's not like a typical like drawbridge where it'll come up in the middle, but it actually completely goes sideways to let the ships through. And we caught it. We were very lucky. There was a boat waiting to come in. So as you can see, there's the floating bridge and you can see it moving. And there's the boat that's waiting to come in. It's a little tourist boat. And then once it got a bit further out, you see there, now it's swung all the way out. Now the boat's going through and then it will swing back. So it will basically go out as far as it needs to let the boat, depending on the size of that boat, go through. And then it will come back in. It's pretty cool. I don't know how often it does it, whether we just had very good timing, but it's a scary thing in a way if you're not sure what's happening, because if you're on the bridge, they don't give you time to get off. You're just stuck on the bridge until it comes back. I could envision people diving off the side that didn't know what was going on. And now there we are coming back. So the ship has gone, or the tourist boat has gone through, and now it's swinging back into place. And then everybody can walk across to the main town area. We call it just closing. So there it is, closing up. There's the bridge. You see a few people on there. They just had to wait. And once that is closed, they will ring a bell. They'll ring a warning bell when it's about to start to give you a few seconds to get off the bridge. But if you don't get off in time, you are on it. Almost closed. And then once it is, the bell will ring and the people are allowed back on the bridge. So here we are going across. A bit crowded now because everybody was waiting, but it's not normally that crowded. I'll show you a picture in a minute what it normally looks like going across. And here we are on the other side, just walking into the town. I talk about a Chi-Chi doll in a little bit, and I'll show you where you would get them, and I'll show you one on my little closing video coming up here. But buildings are beautiful, huh? So they knew a restaurant they wanted to take us to, so we were heading straight for that. But just on the left now is where you would turn, and then on the right, about 40 yards up, right down there, about 40 yards up on the right is where you get the Chi-Chi dolls. It's the only one place you can get them, and they're very traditional in Curacao. It's the most traditional thing you can get, we were told. So here we are at the restaurant. There's a nice little sign there. You can get Curacao, you can get some pictures. And that is the restaurant under those tents there where we ate. I didn't take any video because we were just enjoying our time with Jaya and Evans. But this is where so that pink building there, this is where the Chi-Chi dolls are. Right down there, you can see one outside. They're hand-painted dolls. And again, if you're looking for one, this is the only place on the island you can buy them, or so we were told. And this is where they are. The medium-sized ones, they're about $80, believe it or not. The small ones were $28 and the large ones were $100 and something. We got a medium one. For our travel wall, we try and collect something, like I said, from everywhere we go. So there you go. A couple of pictures to finish you on, but that's just a little walk around the tour of Curacao. There we all are with our friend Alfonso we met. Beautiful buildings, beautiful place. Can't wait to go back there again. Very nice island, Curacao. And there we all are again. My favorites. I missed them already. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour. And there's the bridge again. A little tour and a little walk around the port of Curacao in the southern Caribbean. It's Christmas. There you are. That's Curacao. They are famous for their Chi-Chi dolls. We have one here. There's only one store in the town that could sell these. They're made by local artists. They were not cheap. I'm going to warn you, this was $80. So it's quite heavy. But we have a travel wall. So every time we go somewhere, we try and find somewhere from that area that we can look at it and say, oh, that was from Curacao, or that was from wherever we go. So this is the most Curacao thing you can see. But you can't buy them in any old tourist store. There's only one shop. It was on the video I just showed you. So it's in the main town center on the other side of the bridge from the port. You just go in and it's on the left. You can't. You'd ask people if you couldn't tell from the video, but it is there. So that's a Chi-Chi doll, if you're wondering what they look like. They're bigger ones. They're little tiny ones. But this was the Goldilocks. It was the just right size for us. Anyways, so that was Curacao. Beautiful. The colors on the buildings. It was clean. People were very nice. Same in all the ABC islands. They're all very nice. We didn't really get hassled by people too much. The tour people a little bit at the beginning, but not too bad. And we had a good day out. Prices were in local currency, so you have to be careful if it's because, like the drinks, we had a couple of Presidentes. It said $11, but that was 11 Dutch kroner, I believe. I think it's krona they use there, but whatever, it wasn't dollars. It was more like $7. So you have to make sure that when you look at the prices, you know whether it's local currency or US. But yeah, and Chi-Chi, it's quite cool, actually. But I hope I don't break it. Julie will never talk to me again. Chi-Chi doll. All different colors. They're hand painted, so they're not all this color. We chose this color because we always have to pick something that's not green and yellow. It's a football thing. No, it's not soccer, it's football. Because our big rivals playing green and yellow, and to them. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed that little walk around the port of Curacao. Again, not outside into the countryside. I've only been to Curacao a couple of times. We did a tour once before, long time ago, and I don't remember it. I do remember our friend Eli cliff jumping and me going, oh, don't hurt yourself. Because I can't swim, let alone cliff dive. But we went out and did, I can't remember. So next time we go, which will be in about a year from now, I will do a full video of stuff to do in the island. But for now, that was a tour of the port area, and hopefully that was helpful. As always, if you want to subscribe, please do so and hit that little bell and you'll get notifications when these beautiful videos come out. Ask me any questions. My email is coming up, and every Monday I do a tips video. So if you'd like to send me yours on any cruise line or cruising in general, doesn't have to be specific, please send them and I will be sure to read them out. But be aware, I do not read them in advance. I read them and react live. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.